Good day to everyone out there. This is FPS News.
I'm your host, Ryan, and that's Jack.
Our topic today is Black Ops 2.
Right now, it's labeled one of the best first-person shooters of the year.
First, I'd like to talk a little bit about the weapons and the new 10-point class system. This system allows for an insane amount of diversity and really can adapt to the way that the player plays the game. And we move along to the campaign. The campaign is really a direct sequel to the previous game, the original Black Ops game. And really, the new game has two timelines. The main timeline takes place in the year 2025, when all of the kind of basically taking of the world stuff is going on with Menendez. And the other timeline takes place around the end of the Cold War, and you get to play as Mason and Woods during those missions, like the original Mason Woods. And there are many places amongst the campaign where the player is faced with different choices that affect the outcome and the ending of the game. And a new gameplay has been included called Strike Force missions. In these missions, you get to control different units of soldiers. You can control different kinds of droids and stuff like that. And now they include Mason's son, Alex Mason, and his best friend, Harper. He doesn't really have any descent to the old players, but Harper basically has the same attitude as Woods, so he's essentially like the new Woods. And as of the plot, they have inside men going both ways. And throughout the campaign, they include music done by both Avenged Sevenfold and Skrillex.
Alright. Thanks for the rundown on the campaign, Jack. But I'm going to talk about zombies now. And there's a new addition to the various boss zombies, if you will, and he is called the Avogadro. He basically is an electric zombie that will shock you, and he disables many different things. He will only spawn if you have turned on the power and if you stay in one spot for an extended amount of time.
Usually around 5 rounds.
Around that. And with that, there is a new game type. There are a couple new game types. One is called Transit, and Transit includes all of the maps added so far, which would be you go to a bus depot, a diner, the power station, the farm, and the town.
The power station and the diner are not separate maps, though. You can't go to those separately.
No, but I'll talk about that later. These maps are all linked by a bus, and there is a robotic driver driving this bus, and as you are driving, zombies will attack the bus and try to get in and kill you.
But it's no big sweat if you miss the bus. You can just walk the roads. It's dangerous, but you can walk them. Just gotta watch out for those zombie babies.
The denizens, as they were called. So the first map, called Bus Depot, is where you would normally spawn in Transit, in the Transit game type. And it is a very hard map to play as a solo map. There's one spot for the box, there is one room that you can open, and basically no perks and no pack-a-punch. And now the second map, called Town, is based on a 50s style of a town. And this town has all the perks, pack-a-punch, the mystery box, and 3 doors that you can open. So these maps aren't very big yet. We're hoping for DLC. Maybe we'll get some more in-depth stuff. And the third map that you can play on solo, aside from Transit, is called the farm. That includes all the perks, a barn, a farmhouse, and its surrounding area. But there's no pack-a-punch, and there's one place for the mystery box. And we also have a new ranking system for zombies, and it's based on how well you play your zombies experience. For example, if you have a bad game, your rank will go down, and if you have a good game, your rank's going to go up, and so on. And as always, Treyarch has granted us some Easter eggs, but you'll have to figure those out on your own.
Thank you, Ryan, for that educational information. And now we move on to the multiplayer. As we all know, Treyarch has done a great job with the Call of Duty multiplayer since Call of Duty 2. Yes, there's the occasional bugs, and they really don't always catch up on the hackers and the modders, but it's always a fun experience. This year, they included a lot more with the emblem editing. For features, they have not just 12 layers, but they have 32 layers. And now you have to unlock all the presets by certain challenges, not with COD points. They also have simple tools. They're just basic shapes that you can mold into certain figures that you please. And when I say mold, I mean you can stretch it by XY coordinates. And they have added several new game modes, including Hardpoint. Basically, in Hardpoint, it's very similar to Headquarters, only you have to capture certain buildings and areas of the map. And when you die, you do respawn immediately. You don't wait until the next round.
And with that, I'll take my lead on my part of the multiplayer. New kill streaks and a new way to set up your custom classes are also added in the latest edition of Call of Duty. Such as in the previous editions, we see the return of the spy plane, the UAV, care package, EMPs, attack chopper, and attack dogs. But some new additions include the Hunter Killer, the Dragonfire, which is a quad rotor with a machine gun on it, and the Warthog, which basically, I'm not going to describe the sound. Yeah. And with the new class loadout system, this Call of Duty will presumably have the most diverse class loadout yet to come. The possibilities are now endless with the Wildcard Edition, which can give you an extra perk 1, 2, or 3. You can get more tactical grenades, you can attach more equipment, more attachments to your weapons.
You are bound by only 10 equips per custom class, though. Like, you can have a weapon, a secondary. You can have 10 of. Well, you can only have 10 things, okay? That's what I'm trying to get across.
Or if you're feeling really brave, you could just run around with a combat knife and no weapons.
That's what I've been doing. It's working out pretty good, actually.
I do like this.
This has been FPS News.
I'm Ryan, and he's Jack.
Stay classy, America.